Welcome guys to the weekly markets analysis, and let's talk today about some traditional and non-traditional markets. It might be interesting because some things are changing right now and may impact your bias, so it's worth watching. Before we go to the charts, there is a discount for YouTube users for both my psychological video program and also for my indicators package. All you need to do is just follow the links below. And well, with that said, let's jump straight to my favorite shitcoin. As always, we'll start from Euro USD. And well, there's plenty of things to talk about it. First of all, well, it reached down below to the to my actually first support, which I will be looking into really playing a bounce if it happens, though it starts looking kind of rejection-ish and probably some price action to the downside. So what is most important in this chart? This is weekly. We had a nasty rejection last week of the 122 zone, and wow, that was powerful. Glad I recorded the last video before it happened, so well, it's kind of telling where the short-term direction of the price action went. It had a follow-through on the weekly, and we are right now at the support zone. So I wouldn't be shorting here because it's I never short the support. It ends badly for me when I try it. But if we have a next dildo closure below it, I will be really considering being slightly short-term bearish on the Euro USD and playing this zone here between 119 and 116,400. So let's say at 116 because they're kind of wide zones. So this will be my main playing range if the next weekly dildo closes below this support. So what we can tell about it, I can't be really bearish on it yet because it's still in the uptrend. It didn't make a lower high, lower low. So as I said, I will be looking into being more bearish about it if we have a close in the follow through below this zone. It will be like below 116. It will just turn out to be shit, and all my dreams about US dollar going to the garbage can, well, I can say goodbye to them. But until then, it's kind of obvious picture for me to play. So if I will be playing a bounce starting next week, probably up to 120, yeah, 120-400-ish. So this is my target, probably a little lower. The stochastics are going down and they start curving down. So what I will be looking into, well, along with RSI, and RSI had a really nice sell signal. So if this continues, then probably some more Damski first to 117,550 to, and then most likely to 116,500-ish. And I will wait for them to reset. What I will be looking also into for stochastics trying to bounce off the neutral zone. They're right now heading in this zone, but if they settle in the bearish zone, well, it doesn't look good for Euro USD for now. Let's go to the monthly, a little higher time frame. One thing I'm watching, and I like my EMAs and everybody knows about it. So we had a stochastic cross on monthly, but it didn't leave the critical zone yet. We are at the 200 EMA. I'm not really trusting it too much, but we had some responses because I don't have too much chart history here on monthly. That's because Euro USD is not being traded long enough. It's pretty fresh currency. So on monthly, it's still looking kind of, well, it closed below the 200. So probably some more follow through to 116,200. It seems to be confirming my theory about it. So short-term bearish, but still on the support. This is daily. Stochastics are down. RSI is down. No real divergences yet, so although it's on the support, probably some bounce in the beginning of the week, but 21 and 55 EMA are also trying to cross to the downside, and it seems to me like it wants more. And one more thing on the daily, it broke this support on a daily, and it's kind of telling me that it wants to move lower. So I'm changing my bias to neutral, slightly bearish on it until it gets above 119,600-ish on a daily basis and has a follow through and starts going up. Before that, this is the range to be played if you want to play long. If you want to play short, I would wait for a daily to break below this zone and probably some retest and drive it lower to my former targets. So wow, it doesn't look too good, but still in the uptrend, and still I'm hesitant to really short it. On the weekly also, the EMAs are still in correct shape. It's in the support zone, so hard to really tell right now. It's better to stay safe. With GBP USD, let's go to it. So as I said, we reached the top target of 142-ish. This is the top of the main range, which what's wrong? Okay, this is the top of this range, which I was telling about. So I think it's right now it's still in this range. So this is the actual bottom. This is the actual top. How I will be trading it? I would wait probably on weekly to go down to the 21 EMA and look for a bounce here, because all the stochastics and are curving down. They still didn't leave the critical zone, but after such a powerful rejection, well, everything can happen. Until then, I'm treating this zone between 138 to 142 as a trading range. If it breaks, then trade it down below to 134, 180. And this will be my, for sure, it will be for me a longer term buy signal here, especially when I see some oscillators reaching the bottom zone and probably curving up. I will be looking for some signals there. It's still weekly, so it's kind of a long way to go, but it can go in one deal, though it's GBP USD is kind of a mover. If we go for a daily, wow, daily is interesting because it's still in the uptrend, so no shorting here. And also it's still in the 21.55 support zone, which I'm using for trading. If it breaks below this level here, then I will be trading it to the next zone, and 133 seems like a good buy for me. This is what I said. This zone is definitely a buy because it's confluent with the 200 EMA. It's confluent with the last high. So 134 to 133, a really wide zone, but I will be looking into a bounce here. When or if it gets there. On the 4 hour though, we have some kind of reaction of this support. Stochastics are well starting to give, and all the oscillators are starting to give a buy signal. So probably next week what I will be looking, some more tests lower and drive it up to, let's say, 139 200, and there will be a big decision if it starts closing above the top of the range, and well, we'll just play a range. Let's go to GBP JPY. The beast is still feeling strong. It's still pumping up. We are actually closed above the resistance. So the next follow through and the top of the range, as in GBP USD, somewhere between 153.5 to 155 ish. 155 to 100-ish. This will be my target, probably a rejection, and this is my main trading range. So the situation is more or less same as with the GBP USD. We also have some oscillators already overcooked. RSI is getting higher and higher, and it can still go higher, so this what makes me think probably some fuckery around here, but still the upper targets are viable to me. And well, this is what I'm looking at in GBP JPY. On the daily though, yeah, we are closing above. We have a slight bearish divergence on the daily. So well, if it does play, probably some downside to 147.3, 147.3. But still I'm looking into some retest of this broken resistance as the support and drive it to the upside, maybe a little lower, but both of them will be my my buy targets. I'm still going long on it. So Australian dollar, US dollar, this this one got a powerful rejection last week. I mean, we were talking about this target to being hit. Probably the next one, it didn't really go to 180. 180.5, 080.5. Jesus, those numbers. The forex is really hard to articulate for me. So we had a nice rejection. We had a rejection of the next, well, right now resistance, because it was a support. So what I'm looking into, probably some more tests up and still down to at least weekly 21 EMA, and probably a little lower to retest this previous high. And well, between here and here will be my main trading range for it. I will be still looking into longing it because it's still in a nice little uptrend, and well, it just needs to make a higher low right now, and probably go more up during this year. If it comes to daily, well, as I said, a rejection, probably some test up, and on a daily basis we have one more level here to be broken. So probably some bounce here to the top and then down to 174. So well, kind of not really short scenario, but on lower time frames you probably can find some short ideas. It's more or less the same situation as with the others. Some signs of respecting this support here, so probably bounce. If it closes above this resistance right now, I will be really looking into continuation and more upside during this month on this trading pair. Okay, and Goldie is kind of interesting because what it did is, well, it broke my buy zone. It's pretty wide buy zone. It had also a follow through on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. So for me, it makes me a little short term bearish. But if we go to the monthly, and if we see the moving averages here, it's right at the monthly 21 EMA, which is most likely to provide a long-term support. So it's monthly, so it can wick down, it can play around, but overall it's still a healthy picture because well, we have broke the all-time high recently. We're kind of testing deeper, but I'm still looking at gold in bullish glasses, which is kind of strange because I'm known for being mostly bearish. And also you can see on a daily basis the reaction over the support here, which makes me thinking of at least short-term play to even 1782-ish on the long side. And so this is my main trading range because between all-time high and the support here. So this is what I'm really looking into on the gold. Still looks bullish on the higher time frames. On the lower time frames, slightly bearish. It had a really nice sell-off, but for me it's nothing really to worry about yet, unless it breaks of course this support around 150, 1500, 550, but I still will be buying here. So well, I'm bullish on it. Let's go to oil, and oil has a really nice price action recently. I'm not really trading it too much because it's like it's moving really slowly for me. But what we have here, we have the price action near the resistance here, so most likely the next week will be a test of it, and probably some reaction out of this resistance is long-term resistance. So this will be my main trading range, somewhere between $58 to $70 per barrel. Stochastics are still in the bullish control zone. RSI is climbing up, so if it doesn't react here, so I'm not shorting it for sure because it's in the uptrend. If it breaks this zone, this is the next zone, $84 for me to close the longs if you are in any of them. I don't have any positions on it, so well, but I like watching it. Let's go to some indices. Okay, so one of the most important for me, which is DAX. I try to magnify the picture. So on a weekly basis, well, it's at the resistance. It's so bullish as fuck. Stochastics have several crosses, but I don't trust crosses on the stochastics until they start leaving the critical zone and turning the slope to the downside. So for me, it's still bullish. It still wants to try to break this this resistance, and this weekly will be telling, because if we have a close above it, I would be counting on a follow through and breaking out of the structure. So wow, it's the sky will be the limit. If we go on a daily, seems like 21 EMA and 55, this support zone, is still being respected, and it still is looking like it wants to go up, especially with the stochastics curved up. RSI also getting out of the neutral zone and rejecting the 21 EMA of the RSI. So for me, it's still a bullish picture. I would be not really going here long because it's at the resistance. But if you are a breakout trader, probably looking in some longer term positions on a long side will be good in coming days. So this is the DAX, and what do I have else? Well, okay, let's go to BTC, because I started charting BTC. For those who are trading Bitcoin, I have some clues which helped me a lot in trading this last price action. So first of all, the weekly. I'm not looking into monthly yet. If we go to the monthly is still bullish. It has some more room to go. A little overcooked signals, but as you can see in the previous bull run, we had monthly stochastics stayed up there a long time until it started going down. So it's still nothing to worry on the monthly picture. But let's go with the weekly, and with the weekly, it was kind of a scary deal though here. And I would really love to see the $30,000 to $36,000 for BTC. I don't know if it's possible, but looking at this picture, it's still bullish. It's still in the uptrend. It had a bearish divergence on the RSI. So what I will be looking into as a warning signal, RSI retesting the EMA here. And if it retests properly, then we will have some dumping to probably, most likely, weekly 21 EMA. This is what I would love for a longer term buy. Although the trend is your friend, and as you can see, RSI doesn't want to go lower, I'm afraid this divergence may already have been played out. So yeah, I'm bullish on it still. No signs of a true rejection, it's just reaccumulation, and it's more clearly so on the daily. So we have an all-time high around $58,000, and we have a local low about $43,000 to $44,000, which we placed actually this week. So what is most important to me with this picture? If we break this low, then the test of the last all-time high, so around $40,000, with possible extension of the movement to $36,000. Which is also a 382 Fibonacci retracement from the all-time high right now, which we place around 8,000, and this will be the first buy to me. If it fails, there is the next one around the 30,000, but I don't think we'll go so deep in this structure. So far so good if you look at the EMAs, and I really like EMAs, especially when it comes to the trends, because they tell you a lot of things. And one of the things for me is still the 21 and 55 is saving a day again for Bitcoin. It more and more looks like a consolidation here. And for full disclosure, I had placed a long yesterday just on a test on the 21 EMA, just below it at 47,400-ish, and I plan to keep it at least to the top. So with BTC for things to look right now, another test of the daily 21 EMA, for sure I will be buying until it breaks the all-time high. I'm playing it as a range. If it has a break, I will be probably getting into another long on the after it breaks it but right now I'm holding what I have. 4 hours is not interesting, it's just ranging, so EMAs are worth more or less shit. 200 EMA is worth something in consolidations on the higher time frames. higher from lower. Actually, 4-hour is a low time frame for BTC, but if you look at this picture, and we have 12 hours to close the daily dildo, if it closes like this, probably some retests and still up. If not, if it fails, if it's a fake out, well, it will look more like gold or Euro USD right now, because dollar is gaining strength. So lower targets are still possible for the price to reach. And well, this is where I will be buying for sure. I'm not trying to sell it. It's not, in my opinion, it's not the end of this tulip mania on this worthless asset. But well, it's really overpriced right now, and it's nice to trade it. So I had to give you some insight. So for me, it's really simple right now. Main range, $43,000 to $44,000 up to $58,000. Breaking one of them will imply the movement slightly lower or higher, and easier it can't be. So far, if this price action, this is weekendish price action, and I'm not really trusting it. I'm long, but I'm not really trusting it. If it gets a continuation over the week, well, I will be looking to find some longs even on the 4-hour 21 EMA. This is really good. Always good when the price starts trending. So far, for me to get more bullish on the shorter term time frames is breaking this 51 to 52,000 pivot. If it closes at least 4-hour with the follow through above it, well, I will be more and more bullish on BTC. So guys, actually this is all what I had for you for today. I hope you did like it. Also, you like my my background. For those who know, it can be kind of funny. I wish this video helped you with getting your head around the markets for the coming week as a part of my planning. I like to do it on weekly basis, on weekends when the price is not moving, because besides BTC, because it's easier for me to just, well, sit and rethink the price action. So I wish that you like it, and see you in the next video. Take care.